Okay, the South Union Township regular monthly meeting will now come to order. On the, we will now stand for an opening silent prayer. Pledge allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. On the roll call, Mr. Vernon. Here. Mr. Scott. Here. Mr. Schiffbauer. Here. Moving on to the next item on the agenda, the Roadmaster's report. Mr. Vernon, would you please present that to us?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The 2018 Roadmaster's report is as follows. We hauled compost out of our transfer station 18 days. We amortized and patched the following areas. We tied in a driveway on Virginia Circle. We repaired a patch on Hutchinson Park at Pavilion 4. Did some patchwork on Mulberry. Virginia Circle, we had three spots up there. May Lane, Hague Lane, O'Connell Avenue, Dawson Avenue, Loch Lomond, Carnation Avenue, Chameleon Avenue Extension, 470 South Mount Vernon Avenue, Farm Road, 3 other spots in the Leith area, and 3 spots in the Grandview Terrace area. Also on Meadow Lane and also Farmview Drive. We helped, Mr. Chairman will talk about that in a few minutes. We helped put a roof on our comfort stations with a couple of our men. We used the sweeper truck 8 days. We had the tractor out 7 days. We painted crosswalks on Dixon and Nicholson Street, and also we did by Hatfield School on Derrick Avenue. And we cut guardrails that we whacked on Cinder Road, Furnace Road by the bridge, Dixon Boulevard, Wiggins Lane, Brownfield Road, and Township Drive. We cleaned drainage throughout the township. We picked up litter. And also, with Mr. Scott's help, we installed 4 inlets on Frankfurt and Woodlawn Avenue. This time we're ready to finally put the amosite on them. That concludes my report. If you guys have anything else you want to add.
Okay, if nothing else, we'll move on to the next item, and that will be the code officer's report.
Okay.
Excuse me, I skipped out here, the sewage report, Mr. Scott.
Skipped right over me, Walt. During the month of May, North Union was billed $400 in overages on the Atlas line. The township did meet this past month with North Union to try to renegotiate the agreements from, I believe it was 1972. So some of these agreements, we're paying them, they're paying us. We're going to try to get these agreements worked out to where we're not transferring money every month. We also have some agreements with the city of Uniontown. So after we get these worked out, we're going to try to meet with the city and get that worked out. On Route 40, we videoed and cleaned all the lines in front of all the restaurants up on Route 40 in front of the mall. Eads Group is also going to they surveyed the lines while we were there. We're going to have those surveys on our GIS. He said by the end of June he would have that ready. We also had our audit. McClure & Wolf is finishing the final draft of the audit. The operators did 81 one-calls, 5 service calls. There were no issues at the pump station. We are having a new control panel installed in the Route 21 pump station. It should be completed by the end of July. We had a sinkhole near Carneselli Boulevard over in Salem Heights. DEP came out and said they didn't believe it was mine subsidence. We did have a specialist come in and look at it, which he believes it is mine subsidence. So we sent a letter to the DEP requesting that they do drilling in the area to try to see what's going on. But there was 2 sinkholes. One was 8 by 10 and 4 foot deep. So I mean it's a substantial sinkhole. They were kind of blaming the backfill on the sewer line, but we did have the sewer line cameraed and nothing was found. So I should have an update on that next month. Also, this is sewage and township related also, but we did get I announced, I think, in March that we were going to have a new website. The website should be completed in the next 2 weeks and up and running. So by the 1st of July, I will have the report on the new township website. That's all I have.
Thank you, Mr. Scott. Okay, now we'll move to the code officer's report. Mr. Vernon?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. For the May 2018 code report, again, we have one full-time officer who works from 7 to 3:30 Monday through Friday, and one part-time officer who works 3 days a week, helping out the full-time officer. We have 3 officers also working the evenings and on weekends, so we're covered at least till 11 o'clock every night, or sometimes.
Mr. Scott. Okay, now we'll move to the code officer's report. Mr. Vernon?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. For the May 2018 code report, again, we have one full-time officer who works from 7 to 3:30 Monday through Friday, and one part-time officer who works 3 days a week, helping out the full-time officer. We have 3 officers also working the evenings and on weekends, so we're covered at least till 11 o'clock every night, or sometimes later. For the month of May, letters for property maintenance or repairs, we had 30 letters sent out. We had 8 junk vehicles, dog complaints. We assisted the Hoffman's Animal Control at the Hoffman's Trailer Park. They issued 33 citations for non-compliance of rabies shots. And they also handled 5 dog complaints for the remainder of the township. Burning complaints, we had 2. Now, we're permitted to burn a controlled blaze, which means you have to be there watching it, on Saturday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. only. It must be out by 5 p.m. High grass and weeds, we had 12 citations issued for that. Again, we allowed 10 inches for the grass. Anything over 10, we'll usually send you out a warning letter first and a citation. We did give out 12 citations. We marked 2 properties on Buttermilk Lane and also Feathers Avenue unsafe for we condemned those. We had 1 quad complaint this time, and that was on Furnace Road, Hopwood area. And the PSP was citing that person. We did catch him. Delinquent garbage accounts, we have 42 letters mailed out, 4 citations issued. Again, we have a mandatory garbage collection. If no one's in the house or not, you still have to pay the garbage bill. And if you don't pay your bill, Advanced Disposal will still pick it up. However, anything over $100 in delinquency, we have to issue a citation. And we did send out 42 letters that were delinquent, and we issued 4 citations. Citations issued throughout the month of May for our officers was 20. They traveled a total of 3,542 miles throughout the township for the month of May. Parking violations, handicap, we had 4 given out, tickets, and 7 fire lane tickets given out. That concludes the code report. If you have anything else you'd like to add?
Thank you, Mr. Vernon. Very thoroughly covered. Moving on to item number 8, motion to approve the minutes of last month's meeting. Chair would entertain a motion on that.
I'll move.
I'll second Mr. Scott's motion.
Motion has made and duly seconded to approve the minutes of last month's meeting. On the roll call. Mr. Scott?
Yes.
Mr. Vernon?
Yes.
Mr. Schiffbauer, yes. Motion carries. Item number 9, comments on the agenda items. If there are no comments, we'll move to item number 10. This item relates to the recent involvement of the Fayette County Career and Technical Center. They constructed 10 brand new picnic tables that were placed at the Lick Hollow picnic area. This effort started by the Township Supervisors over 2 years ago. We inspected the park there that is owned and operated by the DCNR, and we found the condition of the picnic table to be in a very deplorable condition. And what we've done, we've seek some help and contributions to replace the tables there. Last year, VOTEC, or the Fayette County Career Center and Technology Center, constructed 10 tables, additional 10 tables, but the material was provided for these recent 10 tables that were built by 84 Lumber. So we want to extend a thank you to 84 Lumber for their participation and also for the volunteer work and nice job that the students and the faculty and staff at the Technical Center provided the park in the township. I was up there, I took a look at the park. It was recently opened over the recent holidays. Most of the tables have been replaced, but unfortunately, there's still a number of old tables there. And it's somewhat disappointing that the DCNR has not taken a more active role in replacing these tables that are in a dilapidated condition. And I'm sure that we'll be meeting with them and talking and bringing up this issue about further improvements to the park, especially with the picnic tables. Also, we are looking to construct one of our bike and walking trails from the Hutchinson Park into Lake Halla. So what we will be reporting here maybe next month's meeting, giving an update on that project, as well as the replacing of the other and older picnic tables at the park. That used to be a very, very active and highly used park by the public in the past. We'd like to see DCNR take some extra effort to attract people back to the park and the picnic area. It's a nice area to relax and enjoy and have a picnic with your family and friends. And hopefully we will see some additional improvements and the reuse of the park again. But if there are any other comments by the board?
Yes, sir.
Okay, if not, we'll move on to the next item. Motion to amend the Community Development Block Grant Program financial year for 2015 money.
We're also 2014 revision we added on.
Okay, and also, as Mr. Vernon just pointed out, the provisions to the 2014 year program. We have Mr. French here today. I'd like to call on him to further explain this item on the agenda.
Mr. French, you want to go up on our podium?
Sure, I can do that. Yeah, as we discussed during the public hearing that took place prior to your meeting, we're actually making two adjustments. The first resolution is to approve a revision of your 2014 CDBG program. What we're doing is increasing the amount that we have budgeted for a road reconstruction project in the Brownfield Road area and reducing slightly funding that we have budgeted for the parking lot paving project in Meadowbrook. So both activities will be completed in those years. It's just a minor adjustment, shifting some of the funding we have left over from the Meadowbrook project over to the Brownfield Road project. And the second resolution is a modification of your 2015 CDBG program. And this modification is necessary because we are actually eliminating one of the activities we had initially planned, which was a road reconstruction storm sewer project in the Leith area, and we're shifting all of that funding towards a project in your Meadowbrook area park, where we'll be constructing a restroom facility, and I think there's looks like some benches and some vending. So that will shift $55,327 from the Leith area project over to the Meadowbrook Park Improvement Project.
Okay, thank you, Mr. French. Okay, in light of that description by Mr. French, the chair would entertain a motion on this item to amend the fiscal year budget for the CDBG program for year 2015 and 2014.
Okay. Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to approve a resolution of the Board of Supervisors of South Union Township, Fayette County, approving a revision of the Community Development Block Grant Program for fiscal year 2014. That was mentioned by Mr. French previous.
Have a second on the motion?
I'll second Mr. Vernon's motion. Is it 2015?
This is 14 here we're doing. 14. Got two separate.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, that was on the 2014
14.
motion. We have a second on the motion
Yes.
for the amended 2014 CDBG program money. On the roll call, Mr. Vernon
Yes.
and Mr. Scott.
Yes.
Mr. Schiffbauer, yes. The 2014 motion stands approved. The chair would entertain a motion for the 2015 amendment.
Mr. Chair, I'd like to make a motion to amend it to a motion to a resolution of the Board of Supervisors of South Union Township, Fayette County, approving a modification of the Community Development Block Grant Program for fiscal year 2015.
Have a second on the motion?
I'll second.
Motion has been made and duly seconded to approve the 2015 amendment to the CDBG program as described. On the roll call, Mr. Vernon,
Yes.
Mr. Scott.
Yes.
Mr. Schiffbauer, motion carries. Okay, next item, motion to approve the settlement of the assessment appeal of the Uniontown Mall. Unfortunately, we've been seeing too many of these run through our township, appeals on particularly retail property. We know there's a downturn in the county's economy, especially when it comes to the retail end of it. This has played a very important part of our economy here in Fayette County, and particularly South Union Township, and we certainly don't like to see things like this occurring, but it's something we have to get used to here, and hopefully at some point later on in the future we'll see an uptick in our economy, that maybe we'll have a revitalization of the retail industry in our county here, particularly here in South Union Township. So the chair at this time would entertain a motion for the approval on the settlement that was reached on the assessment of the Uniontown Mall. I believe the motion is in our solicitor's hands.
If I might, Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir, you want further?
I would recommend that the board, based upon the litigation, without getting into a lot of detail, through the litigation of this assessment appeal, which has been going on for quite a while, I would suggest the following. Motion to approve the settlement of the assessment appeal of Uniontown Mall Realty LLC, Uniontown CH, and Uniontown Nassam LLC petitioners versus Fayette County, Laurel Highlands School District, and South Union Township. This is filed at number 2245 of 2015 on the general docket, and to accept the revised fair market value of $20 million for 2018 with a common level ratio assessed value of $14,320,000, and to further authorize the refund to the petitioners of $9,155.63 for 2018 and $5,259.92 for 2016 and 17, for a total refund of $14,415.55, and to further authorize a credit of $5,259.92 for 2019 and $5,259.92 for 2020. Those would be credits for those upcoming tax years.
Okay, I'll make a motion that we approve the settlement with the Uniontown Mall as described by our solicitor, Mr. Davis. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Motion has been made and duly seconded to approve the settlement on the assessment appeal with the Uniontown Mall. On the roll call, Mr. Schiffbauer, yes. Mr. Scott?
Yes.
And Mr. Vernon?
Yes.
Motion carries. Okay, item number 13, advertise for 3,000 tons of amosite to pave various roads and streets in the township. This is part of our summer resurfacing program. I know Mr. Vernon has been working pretty diligently on this, getting all the facts and figures together. And Rick, would you like to further elaborate on this item?
I not to mention is we discussed some streets together. We're going to go over them together, decide which ones we can afford this year to pave. Our paving, when I started 12 years ago, was about $34 a ton. I think right now it's about $70 a ton. So we have to be discreet on what we can do each year. But we should have some streets together by next month. Maybe we'll announce it.
Okay, all right. Well, the chair would entertain a motion to advertise for 3,000 tons of amosite.
I'll move to advertise for the 3,000 ton of andesite.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Motion has been made duly second to advertise for 3,000 tons of amosite for our summer paving projects for roads and streets throughout South Union Township. On the roll call, Mr. Vernon.
Yes.
Mr. Scott.
Yes.
Mr. Schiffbauer, yes, motion carries. Okay. Next item, announce event to dispose of common household chemicals on June 23rd from 9 to 1 p.m. at the Fayette County Fairgrounds. I know Mr. Vernon has been working with the Fayette County office here that handles these matters and sets these schedules up for these different recycling.
I think Mr. Scott handled this one.
Oh, okay, Mr. Scott, please, excuse me then. Jason, would you go ahead and further?
Yes, sir. As Mr. Schiffbauer said, they're going to do these every month in a different county. And June is Fayette County. But it will be at the Fayette County Fairgrounds, Saturday, June 23rd, 9 to 1. It's $3 per gallon. There are a few exceptions. They don't really go into detail on the exceptions. But what they're accepting are aerosol cans, automotive fluids, batteries, camp fuel, chemistry sets, fluorescent bulbs, gasoline, kerosene, any household cleaner, mercury, any paint products, latex, oil-based, doesn't matter, they'll take any paints. Pesticides, like if you have pesticides, I guess they're only good for like a year. If you don't use them, they will take them and recycle them. Photochemicals, pool chemicals, and also they're doing smoke detectors at $3 a piece. There are some things that they don't take. I will have this on our website. I think Sean loaded it today, so it's probably on our website already. If not, I'll have it on there tomorrow. But you can also go to the www.prc.org, and it has a detail of everything that they're going to do. And like I said, June is Fayette County. Next month it's going to be in Washington County, and in August it'll be in Allegheny County. But this is only for chemicals. That's all I have on this one.
Okay, well, why don't we just lead on to the next item
Yeah.
and further carry on with the explanation of this recycling event that's being scheduled by the county.
Yeah, this came from the county commissioner's office. They hired Sheila Shea about a year ago, and she's really active, and she's the recycling coordinator for the county, and she's had 2 or 3 of these already, and these are what we get the calls about. This is for your older unused electronics, appliances, scrap metal, tires. It's going to be $2 per appliance and $2 per tire, passenger and truck. And this is for only residents. This isn't for commercial use, because the last one they had, I guess they had a lot of people showing up with truckloads of tires. This is only for residential drop-off. If the tires have wheels on them, it's $3 if it's on the wheel. There will be no charge for TVs, but there's only 1 TV per car. They're going to be strict with that, because the last one they had, I think they ended up with like 10 triaxle loads of TVs out at the fairgrounds they had to try to get rid of. So they're going to be very strict with the 1 TV per car. But that is going to be on June 16th at 9 to 2, and this is at the Perry Township Municipal Building. That's 1 Township Drive, Star Junction, PA. And I will also have this on the website tomorrow. And if you do have any questions, you can call Sheila at the county at 724-430-1210, extension 4307. But like I said, I will have both of these on the website tomorrow. If you have any more questions, you can call us here at the township also. Thank you.
That application's right there at the intersection right off of 51, correct?
Yeah, it's right by the McDonald's and the
Yeah.
gas station in Perry.
It should be pretty easy to find.
Yeah.
Okay. Item number 16, motion to exonerate veteran Harry O. Crossland Jr. from real estate tax beginning April 2018 on property located at 482 East Main Street for 5 years. The state has instituted a program that is handled by the Pennsylvania State Veterans Commission, and this is set up by a state legislator for the exonerations of veterans who qualify under the program for their real estate tax. The part of the program is required that the local municipality also authorizes with a vote on the exoneration of real estate tax in South Union Township to these veterans. We've been doing this on a periodic basis, and the chair would entertain a motion to exonerate the tax for Mr. Harold O. Crossland, Jr.
Okay, I'll move. That's just for the South Union tax.
South Union. Second on the motion.
I'll second Mr. Vernon's motion.
Motion made duly second to exonerate under the Pennsylvania State Veterans Real Estate Tax Exemption Program for Harold O. Crossland. On the roll call, Mr. Vernon,
Yes.
Mr. Scott,
Yes.
and Mr. Schiffbauer. Also, we have another exoneration under the Veterans Program for a gentleman by the name of Ewing F. Fields. His property is located at 721 Morgantown Road, and this exemption is good for a 5-year period as well. So the chair would entertain a motion on this one as well.
I'll move.
I'll second Mr. Scott's motion.
Motion has been made and duly seconded to exonerate Ewing F. Fields from the South Union Township real estate property tax for a period of 5 years under the Pennsylvania State Veterans Real Estate Tax Exemption Program. On the roll call, Mr. Scott,
Yes.
Mr. Vernon,
Yes.
Mr. Schiffbauer, yes. Motion carries. Next item, comments from the public. We only have one public here. Any comments, sir? Okay, thank you. Item 19, financial statement. Mr. Treasurer, please.
Yes, sir. In the general fund checking account, $358,598.64. In the general fund investment account, $312,684.20. In the state fund, $385,588.65. In the hydrant fund, $12,796.99. In the athletic fund, $9,928.92. In the payroll fund, $6,904.22. In the sheepskin trail fund, $6,590.22. In the North Union South Union Intergovernmental Board Fund, $39,834.23. And in the recycling fund, $88,423.89, for a total of $1,221,349.96. And from our sewage accounts, a total of $2,322,893.48, for a grand total of $3,544,243.44. That's my financial.
Okay, any corrections? Modifications? If not, we'll move on to the next item of business, and that is motion to pay current bills.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion to pay the following bills. From our state fund, $18,835.24. Our fire hydrants fund, $1,443.39. Our athletic fund, $1,440. Our sewage fund, $204,629.12. And our general fund would be $284,096.81. Be my motion.
Do we have a second on Mr. Burns' motion to pay current bills?
I'll second.
Okay, motion has been duly seconded to pay the current bills as read by Mr. Vernon. On the roll call, Mr. Vernon?
Yes.
Mr. Scott?
Yes.
Mr. Schiffbauer, motion carries. Okay, Mr. Over here, would you please give us an update on anything regarding the township engineering projects or related matters?
Well, as you've indicated, there's not a lot happening in the building around the township at this point. The economy is quite slow. From the matters of the Greater Uniontown Joint Sewage Authority, the audit has been presented to the authority, and I can tell you, I can't give you an exact number, but I can tell you that each entity will be receiving a refund from the 2017 budget. So there will be money coming back to each entity.
somewhere, I believe the number is going to be South Union Township, somewhere around $50,000. So, and that's all I have.
All right. I should note that you're one of our 3 representatives on the Greater Uniontown Sewage Authority.
Yes.
So, and maybe we can also bring up before we adjourn here, the project that's being helped financed through the state. We've had some damage in the last year during the July rain, and especially on Mulberry Street and on Walnut. Also, a matter that we noticed sometime shortly thereafter, there was some potential damage to the retaining wall behind the MVets. And through our effort, the Board of Supervisors' effort, we were able to attract some funding that is going to correct that matter. The MVets, they're a veterans organization. They've done a lot of charitable programs in the past, and we're glad that we've been able to help with that project. I know Mr. Scott's been very involved in it, and maybe Jason, you'd like to describe what we've been doing up there and trying to help the MVets.
Yeah, they had a old gabion basket retaining wall, and it's literally 6 feet off the back of their building. And the gabion started to move. Bob and I were up there walking around after the flood last July, and happened to talk to one of the representatives from the AMVETS, and he took us back and showed us the gabion baskets, and they started to deteriorate from the bottom, and all the gravel's coming out of them. Since then, we were up there the other day, and it's probably moved another 2 or 3 feet since last July. So with one of Bob's connections from the DEP, we were able to get that wall fixed last year at Mulberry Street. And when we had him here for our final inspection, we said, hey, we got something else we wanted to look at. We took him up and showed him the wall, and he was able to come up with about $30,000 for us to try to fix the wall. So we're in the process of right now of trying to get the contract signed, what kind of wall we want to put up there. But I would say by the end of July, we should have the project complete. He's supposed to come in, I think, next week and meet with us, and hopefully we have a contract to sign by that date. But it definitely, this guy works on, what was it, Bob, like a 1 point?
It's very small budget.
Right around $1 million budget for the whole state.
Yeah.
And we were able to get $60,000 last year for Mulberry Street, and now another $30,000 for up here behind the MVET. So it's real good that this guy's great to work with.
And predating that, his first involvement here in the township, the retaining wall that was damaged this past July, that wall was put in by Mr. Kucinich in his program. I think that project come in somewhere around $160,000, $80,000.
Yeah.
So we've been very lucky, and I would like to commend Mr. Kucinich. We hear a lot of negative things about state and federal government employees, but I want to tell you what, this is one guy that certainly earns his money. He's very helpful in what he's done for our township, and we were glad to help him. There was some thought out there as a township's responsibility to repair this wall. It was not. It's a private matter just involving the AMVETS, and I know the AMVETS has limited funding, and we're very glad to be able to help him through the state DEP program. And I know the membership and the officers of the AMVETS are very happy with what we're able to arrange through the DEP office in this program. Okay. I think the next item involves our solicitor. Mr. Davis, you have anything to report?
Mr. Chairman, I have sort of already delivered a report in the sense that we have resolved the Uniontown Mall tax assessment appeal. That litigation has been going on for quite some time. I have nothing else to report at this time.
Do you have any update on the tower access?
Tower access was submitted. It's on appeal. The briefs have been submitted, and basically we're waiting for a decision by the Commonwealth Court, and we're cautiously optimistic.
Yeah, I just wanted to give a heads up on that.
We submitted a brief on behalf of the township. I know that the zoning hearing board solicitor submitted a brief, and of course Tower Access submitted a brief. It was quite contentious, as you would expect. But as I said, I'm cautiously optimistic. I felt that we made some good points. I feel that Judge Cordero reached the proper conclusion. Unfortunately, it's really going to be up to the justices of the judges of the Commonwealth Court.
Thank you.
Any other questions by any of the members of the board?
I don't think so. That's it for our solicitor's report. Chair would entertain a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I'll make a motion that we adjourn at 4:34.
Second.
Second, Mr. Scott's motion.
Motion has been made to adjourn the meeting at 4:34. In second and on the roll call, Mr. Scott.
Yes.
Mr. Vernon?
Yes.
Ms. Schiffbauer, the meeting stands adjourned. It is amazing what can be accomplished in 34
minutes.
compared to other meetings, other municipalities.
You mean the one I was at yesterday?
I'm gonna make a copy